Welcome back to the channel, everybody.
What's happening?
Today we have a pretty cool little job. The customer installed a 21-inch front wheel, custom painted fender to match. I did a really good job with the paint matching, the pinstripe. It matched the sheen just perfectly. The flat sheen, that is, or some people call it denim. So generally what happens when a larger diameter wheel is installed is the bike will go up in the front, sometimes about 1.5 inches because of the diameter of the wheel. Well, that throws the kickstand off because the bike leans way over, so he's adapted a spacer here on the kickstand because the bike just leaned way over. So what we're going to do today, we're going to pull the front wheel off, pull the front fender off, and drop the forks and install a lowering kit along with new black sliders, black cowbells, some people call them beer cans, whatever you call them is what you call them, new seals, progressive front suspension drop-in kit, and a shock relocator kit. He also wants to get rid of this breather. These things look good, but they're not practical, guys. They get all in your way, take up all your room. So we're going to change that out for a nice thin S&S Stealth Air Cleaner. These work just fine. They're very good quality and very reliable. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Probably what I'll do is I'll do a before and after. Let's see if we can zoom in here. Okay, that kind of gives you an idea. And then I'll come back once it's completely lowered front and rear, and we'll do another shot. So I'm not going to bore you with the details. What I am going to do is set my camera up and just do a time lapse on it. So if you're interested, just hang in there. I'll move the camera around a little bit with the time lapse, but there's no reason for me to go through all the details. It's kind of boring. It's easy stuff. All right, hang in there. I don't know about you guys, but working that fast to wear somebody out. Anywho, yeah, the front end's dropped down 2, and I only went down 1 in the rear to try to keep the bike level. We don't want no squatted truck look. So right there is pretty level. Let's see. Pretty level. The lift underneath there is just for support. It's not picking the bike up. It's just keeping it supported. So there's no up or down to it. It's just kind of resting on the bottom of the frame. So there you have it. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is replace this oversized air cleaner. A lot of people like them. I like them too, looking at them, but practically speaking, they are less than desirable. If you ever had one, you'd know why. They look really good, but boy, oh boy, do they take up some room. All right, now we're going to go ahead and put on or install the new S&S Stealth breather. I really like these. I've been using them for a long time. High quality, they work great, and they don't take up much room for your knees in the breeze. Very simple installation. Another added benefit is you get to see the whole motor. Those forward-facing breathers cut off the view of that beautiful engine. I've never understood that. Like I said, it looks good, it looks racy, but it's not practical. Okay, now for the fun part. The filter goes on just like that. I always like to put the little seam at the bottom. Just one of those things. And then the stinger goes right there, and you can line those up. Now, I have a custom, I call these rings. I have a custom ring being made by my brother for this bike. And I might can go get it this afternoon. We'll see. But for right now, we're going to put this one on like that, and it goes with the screws that comes with it for a nice flush look, like so. Much better. Lots more room up here now for your foot. You don't think it's that much room, but it is. It's a lot. So there you go. S&S Stealth. Okay, this one has a Thundermax on it, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick look and see if it's learned anything over the past period of time. What we're looking is for green, and there's some green in there, so it's learned. He's been doing a good job. Blake's been doing a good job with this thing. Okay, let's look at the rear. Looking for green. Green means it's learned something. Okay, that looks good. It's learning for this particular bike. Now let's look at his service data. Let's see, operating temperatures, how many times it's been started, how many times the rev limiter, all that kind of stuff. Rev limiter 130 times. He's an aggressive rider. He's got about 53 hours on it. Let's look at the head temperatures. They're pretty normal. It's gotten hot a couple times, but that's probably traffic. So right in here is the majority of the time, and that's pretty normal. So as far as the way the bike's running, it's running pretty good. Let's see. Most of the time is spent 27, 28, 2900 RPMs. He gets it down the road. He don't play around with it. So we're going to go ahead and do an auto map and save everything as a new point of reference or a new starting point from where it's learned. So he's doing a good job tuning this thing, and I think it'll be all right. All right, that's going to do it for today's project. Again, I appreciate you guys watching. It's a pretty nice bike, 2013 Road Glide. Done just right. Not too much, but just enough. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.